Good Monday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this February 26th. It is Monday morning, 4:58 a.m. Central Time after a crazy weather weekend. And unfortunately, a deadly one, too. Several tornadoes confirmed, especially those down around Hopkinsville, southern Logan County. There may be even more as the Weather Service goes out today and does a little bit more damage assessment. They were out yesterday in some of those areas. At least one fatality that we know of with that tornado in southern Logan County, and there may be, we know of other injuries and even a drowning in Simpson County because of the high water. So you'll hear all about those if you watch AM Kentucky this morning or midday, or go to our website where we have lots of stories about the storminess over the weekend. It was, it was one of those things where it's been a long time since we've had that kind of severe weather, but it may be a precursor of things to come. As long as these temperatures are staying warmer than average, then we have a little more likelihood or a little bit more probability of getting some severe weather. In fact, later this week, we're looking at the possibility of another round of strong to severe storms as we get into Wednesday. The Storm Prediction Center is already putting out a what they call a Day 3 convective outlook. And right now, the predicted worst weather may be down southern Arkansas, eastern Texas, western Mississippi, northern Louisiana, but the thunderstorm threat comes up this way as well. Not sure if it's going to be a severe weather type situation, but that does exist, as we all know, and we saw over the weekend. It can happen any place, any time, given the right conditions. So as cleanup begins, we get a couple of days here where we can dry out and see some sunshine before the next wave of rain begins to move in. Looking at conditions right now, 60, or from yesterday, 60 degrees was the high temperature. That happened right after midnight, early yesterday. And the average low is 53. That's 7 degrees above the average. 46 was our low, and 32 is the average low. So that's a 14-degree difference. 1 year ago, we had a high of 56 and a low of 30 in 2017. And yesterday, early, we picked up another 0.07 of an inch of rain. So now we're at a whopping 8.23, almost 8.25 inches now for the month of February. And that gives us a surplus of over 4.6 inches above the average, 4.67 to be exact. We're almost 5 inches above average on February rainfall, and year-to-date, we've now crossed over into the 10-inch mark, 10.5 inches, with a surplus of 3 1/3. So we don't need any more rain, but as you'll hear in the forecast, there will be more coming later this week. There's a little bit of rain out there this morning along and east of I-65, as I mentioned, out the Cumberland Parkway, down across the Cumberland Plateau. It is moving east pretty rapidly. This is just some leftover stuff that's still associated with that system over the weekend, a little trough, little wave in the atmosphere. It's clearing out pretty quickly. So we'll say a 30% chance of a shower if you live east of Bowling Green or east of I-65 this morning. Then everything begins to clear out from west to east today. We'll see a high at 61 and a northeast wind at 5. Tonight, clear for everybody, and I do think as we get warmer air coming in for Tuesday, the cool, wet ground, well, that's going to be a perfect setup for patchy fog tonight, and a low of 34. And then for Tuesday, mix of sun and clouds, warmer with a high of 68. And then after midnight, Tuesday into Wednesday morning, here comes more rain. 100% chance of showers and thunderstorms likely on Wednesday with a high of 63, breezy south winds at 12. And then as a cold front comes in on Thursday, the first day of March is Thursday, we'll see a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Some of those could be possibly strong to severe, depending on how the dynamics and everything plays out. Heating, daytime heating and all that, like we saw the other day. We'll see a high of 62, west winds at 13 to 26. Then the cold front passes through, and just in time for the weekend, we are going to see 3 days at least of sunshine starting Friday, but it will be cooler, but more seasonable for this time of the year. You realize our average high is 53, and we've been in the 60s and 70s, close to 80 in some cases. Well, we're going to reset. We're going to hit the reset button on Friday. Sunny and 54. Saturday, sunny, 56. Sunday, sunny and 58. And by the way, this weekend is the 2018 Home Expo presented by the Builders Association. And we, of course, will be there. And in light of the severe weather that we had this weekend, I think there's going to be a high demand for NOAA weather radios. And so we'll have at our booth, as we always do at the Home Expo at the Sloan Convention Center here in Bowling Green, we will be set up from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. this Saturday. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Just come to the WBKO booth. We'll have our partner Kroger there with us to sell and program NOAA weather radios. And, you know, these severe weather events always help people to, you know, get up off of their seat, as James Brown used to say, and purchase a weather radio, get it all tuned up. If you have one and it needs tuning, bring it in, and we'll do that for free. No big deal. But it is this Saturday, 10 to 2, Sloan Convention Center during the Home Expo. All right, that will do it for this edition of the podcast. God bless as always, and thank you so much for listening. Know the weather before it knows you. Have a great day. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, 11 a.m. on midday, streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com. Later this afternoon, if you get a chance to tune in to my radio show, check it out at Classic Hits, Sam 100.7 between 3 and 7 p.m., or listen anytime, anywhere around the world at bowlinggreensam.com.